This is a story by Catherine Marshall called The Latchstring Was Out. I'm wondering what a latchstring is. Long ago, doors were fastened with a heavy wooden latch. The door could be opened from the outside by a strap made of deerskin. When this latch was pulled inside, no one could open the door from the outside. So friendly people used to say, "Come and see me, the latch string is out." That means you're welcome to come in. Once there was a family that lived in the city of Cincinnati. Does this look like a city? In those days, it was just a fort. And that fort was where Indians lived as well. Most of the settlers grew frightened and rushed inside their forts for safety when the Indians were near. But there was one family that stayed on in its log cabin outside of the fort. They had come from William Penn's colony in Pennsylvania, where they were called Friends or Quakers. William Penn had taught them that when Indians were treated kindly, what do you think? They would be peaceful and friendly. Penn had proved that this was right. For back in Pennsylvania, there were no Indian wars. So the family in the cabin decided to try Penn's way. They did not even have guns ready. But one night the man grew a bit frightened. He pulled the latch string to the inside so no one could open the door from the outside. But he and his wife could not go to sleep. Finally, she said to her husband, "That latch string on the inside makes me feel uneasy." "I feel that way too," he said. So he got up and he put the latch string on the outside again. Before long, they heard Indians. They had surrounded the little cabin. They could hear them singing, dancing. They had tried the door, and they saw that it would open, but the Indians did not come in. After a while, it grew quiet, and the Indians began to steal away. The woman and the man crept on their hands and knees to the window and watched them. On the edge of the forest, the Indians had sat down in a circle and seemed to be holding a council, talking things over. "What do you suppose they're going to do?" she whispered. "Shh, let's listen." Soon they saw a tall chief in war paint leave the circle. Slowly he walked back to their cabin alone, and in his right hand he carried a long white feather. He fastened the feather to the top of the cabin door, and then he and all the Indians left. There the white feather stayed for a long time. The hot summer sun shone on it. It swayed in the winter winds that swept the prairie. The woman and the man never took it down, for a friendly Indian had told them, "The white feather means this is the home of a man and woman of peace. Do not harm them." This all happened a long time ago. Now the place where these folks live is called Ohio. But this story is interesting because nowadays we hear so much about military power and military protection, the things that we do with force and weapons. But do we hear people talk about the power of peace? In this story, the man and the woman left the latch string out that said, "We will trust you." The Indians left a white feather on the door. that said, "We found your door open, we found your welcome, and we will trust you." And that family and the Indians that lived near them lived together in peace.